Hey TikTok, it's B3 back with another action figure showcase. Today we're kind of just doing monsters in general. If you want to see us do giant monsters, we do have kaiju versions, but today, just Rego monsters. Rego. But yeah, first we are looking at the Schleich 2025 Stone Triceratops. I have yet to open mine. Can't wait to do so, and I will be reviewing this on YouTube. I think everything else I've already reviewed on YouTube. On the main channel, link above in the whatever, I don't care. It's 1:30 a.m. Give me a break. But yeah, it's really cool. I really like Schleich dinosaurs, and I really like Schleich Eldrador fantasy monsters. So when they mash them up like this, I always have to get them. Like the Shadow Raptor and the Frost Mammoth, etc. But I definitely wanted this new release as well. Very, very cool. I will be opening him soon, but sometimes I have in-package figures in these videos as well, so just wanted to show him off. Oh, anyhow, let's do something else now. Here's a really cool one. It is the McFarlane Toys Doom Eternal Marauder. Yes, I actually got this guy on eBay for retail price. He's actually worth a little bit more, but I was like the only bidder on him, along with another Doom figure, which you might see in a future video. Very, very cool. Look at him. He's just a really cool, like, demon figure. Even if you're not into Doom, and I am into Doom, he's still just a really cool monster. And he goes good with NECA monsters, even though McFarlane isn't the best with articulation. Speaking of NECA monsters, how about we show a couple of those? So let's put our Marauder to the side and show off the NECA Ultimate in color Creature from the Black Lagoon, aka the Gill Man. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 1954 film Creature from the Black Lagoon. Actually, Universal Monsters as a whole is one of my favorite film series, dare I say franchises, dare I say anything of all time. So I had to have this Gilman like as soon as he came out. And I really do love him. He has multiple heads and hands. I think there were maybe some other accessories they could have had with him. I think the Jada Toys version, while much smaller and whatnot, does have some more inspired accessories. But very, very cool. I've been wanting a Gilman like this for a very long time because I'm a guy that likes articulation, you know. And while I have shown off many figures in many of these videos that don't have a lot, I am a guy that at the end of the day likes to have at least some. All my favorite figures have at least a couple points, or at least just a jaw. Like even just a jaw movement on a dinosaur is enough for me, man. But when they have good articulation like this guy, it's just top tier stuff. I really do love this Creature from the Black Lagoon, and the Gillman is one of my favorite monsters of all time. Sucks that he didn't really get to meet the other Universal monsters. Oh well, he was kind of a new era of sci-fi monsters anyway. He just kind of gets lumped in with them because he was really popular. Anyway, how about another Schleich? Here is the Eldrador Creatures Lava Smasher. This is actually one of my favorite Eldrador creatures. If you don't know this about me, I'm actually a sucker for action figures with translucent parts. So all of the green crystals on that Triceratops, the red axe on the Doom Marauder, and the flames on this guy. Look at those clear translucent flames engulfing his big claws, and all of these cool clear but painted flames all over his body. And he's got some fun articulation for kids and adult collectors alike. You know, I do love a jaw articulation on monsters and dinosaurs. Nice balls on the arms. Nice balls. Etc. If you want to know more, check out my review on YouTube, which is relatively recent, actually. Very awesome. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Eldrador monsters. It might actually be my favorite Eldrador figure. There are some others that compete with it, but yeah, he's really beautiful. I really like this guy. I really just like the golems that they make, you know, because they have the ice monster and little ice giant and stone monster. All right, now back to NECA. Here we have the first release of the Chrysalis Xenomorph. This is from the AVP arcade game, and this, I don't know if it's my best Xenomorph figure, but it is my favorite just design-wise. I really love the big carapace on the head and on the arms that can be used for defense. Huge blade on the tail for slicing and dicing up pretty much any life form it comes into contact with. I really love the blue. I think it's a perfect shade of blue for a Xenomorph. Really, really magnificent. Cool articulation, jaw articulation, which you know I love on a monster. And secondary jaw articulation, it does come out. And, you know, we all know that the Xenomorphs have their little jaws that come out, but did you know that this guy's head actually pops out? He's very Resident Evil kind of looking there. Real Evil Dead looking guy. It's a very interesting head. Ah, you want an interesting head? Wait till you meet my wife. Misogynistic. How dare you laugh at that? That was a trap. That's right, it was a test and you failed. Get back in there. Get in there. Anyway, we have one more figure, and I'm kind of just realizing it's another McFarlane, but this is a vintage McFarlane figure. And it's one of my favorite monsters and one of the most underrated monsters. Definitely the most underrated monster in this. Pumpkinhead. Do you guys know Pumpkinhead? It was a slasher film that, where instead of just a dude in a mask, it was this big Stan Winston monster. Also Stan Winston's directorial debut. It's a slasher film. I don't typically like slasher films, but I love this one. It's a piece of art. But it came out kind of at the end of the genre cycle for slashers, and it had distribution problems and marketing problems, so people didn't even know this film existed. And then those who did couldn't see it because it wasn't in theaters in half the country. But it's an incredible, incredible film. And this figure is really dated. It's a kind of a cool statue piece. I did get it in package, but I did open it because I wanted a nice pristine one. It has a cool bendy wire tail like the alien and some articulation, but not a lot. There is a newer Pumpkinhead figure out. I got this before it existed. That actually seems to have pretty good articulation. I'll probably end up getting that too. But right now, at the time I got this guy, it was the only option for a Pumpkinhead figure. It really was like the only option. So thank you, McFarlane, for actually making this Pumpkinhead, even though there aren't many display options for it. It is sculpted pretty well for the most part. And Pumpkinhead's just a really cool, underrated monster. Really, really cool. But that is it for this monster action figure showcase. If you want to see more of this kind of action figure showcase, let me know by commenting, liking, kissing my little knees, and also following. That's it. These go live on my second YouTube channel after they go live here on TikTok. So if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the new TikTok, link in the description. So come check these out. And I just realized I framed this really poorly. There's a lot of blank space down here. But that's it. I'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.